Seda Norlander ended Jennifer Capriati's hopes, as Capriati had fought through a really tough first round, but she was beaten in 2 sets and says now she's going home to take a break.
Well, no doubt Venus Williams' mentor would be very happy with that win. And last night we gave news that because Martina Hingis had pulled out of the tournament, that she'd also pulled out of the doubles with Anna Kournikova. Well, news tonight is that Anna Kournikova has entered the mixed doubles. Now she'll be playing with Jonas Bjorkman. They'll be certainly a formidable team. We're now on to the men's championship, and on court number 2 today, the number 9 seed, Greg Ruzetsky. He was playing a fellow British Davis Cup teammate, Arvin Palmer. He's 21 years old from Hertfordshire, and he'd got into the draw the hard way coming through the qualifying. Well, we can join the match in the first set. It's gone with serves so far. Palmer is serving 3-4 down, and watching this one, Peter Fleming and Chris Bailey.
Love 15.
Crisp, very sharp.
Yes, Ruzetsky can be so intimidating when he gets that slice backhand return working well.
Love 40.
Just snatching at a few shots in this game, Palmer, and presented Ruzetsky 3 break points.
Game, Ruzetsky. Ruzetsky leads 5 games to 3.
Well, he knew when to apply the pressure.
Yes, I'd say that game was a story of one person, or rather both players, knowing who was going to win that game. I think Ruzetsky said it's time for me to break, and Palmer really didn't have an answer. So Palmer, with a beautiful running forehand pass down the line, just mopping up with the final shot.
Oh!
Oh! 15 all.
That drop volley is a shot that Greg will have practiced many, many times in the 2 months leading up to this tournament. A drop volley on clay is a very effective shot, and it's obviously been carried over now.
30-15.
It's a good body serve from Ruzetsky right into the right hip of Palmer. Again, varying his first delivery well.
No
problems for Palmer here. Mid-court ball after a good return.
40-30. Game and first set, Ruzetsky, 6 games to 3.
So quite a comfortable set for Greg Ruzetsky, really. It's an interesting point about him in that he really doesn't need to play very good tennis to still be very imposing on a grass court. His serve is so strong, and so difficult to return that he can really just put it on cruise control and hold, and string together 1 or 2 shots in one game on the opponent's serve, and the set is in the bag. I think that really Greg didn't return serve very well that set, but because he was never in danger of losing serve, he could just relax and pick his time to attack.
You get the feeling that he's playing a little bit within himself at the moment. He's certainly flowing very nicely, isn't he? And there's a high percentage of first serves going in, 73% from Rosetsky. That's very, very good considering the pace that he hits it at. So it's comfortable for Greg right now, but he won't want to relax too much because Palmer is capable of worrying him, that's for sure. Second set.
15 love. All.
This sliced backhand, a very difficult shot to pass off of because it skids through the court and stays so low.
15-30.
He's had quite a good year so far, Rosetsky. Finalist in London, semi-finalist in Rotterdam, and of course Nottingham last week.
All.
Palmer running through this shot nicely, moving in, applying the pressure. I think Rosetsky would like to have that forehand pass back, though.
Oh, you read this one so early, Rosetsky.
30-40.
Well, yes, and completely fools Palmer. You can see the passing shot wasn't very far away from him, but Palmer leaning towards the forehand down the line.
Game, Rosetsky.
Well, Rosetsky's serve dominated the match. He lost just 11 points on his serve, winning in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, 7-6. How difficult was it out there, court 2? Because for him to go on a big show court like Centrum 1 obviously would be quite nerve-wracking, but court 2 he could relax a little bit more.
Well, definitely. I think court 2 is renowned for its upsets. It's a little tougher to play out there because the bounces aren't as good as center and number 1, because the court has a little bit more wear and tear, and I think it's a harder court for me to play out, and most seeds are used to the bigger space of having center and number 1, but I think I handled it quite well today.
What do you think? I mean, last year, or just over a year ago, you were ranked 4 in the world. Where would you say you are now compared to that form?
Well, I think I'm getting better every year. I think my returns are improving where I'm coming over my returns a little bit more instead of blocking them. My balance is improving, my movement. I think it's also the confidence you bring on the court. I think winning a Grand Slam or playing well at a Grand Slam, you really have to be mentally sharp. And the only way to test to see if you've really improved is how long you go in the championships. So the more I keep on going, the more I'm proving that I'm a better player. And that's the only way to tell.
Well, he certainly won another easy match today, Pam, another straight sets win. And we've got to talk about the Radzetsky serve, because that is his key. But being left-handed on these courts, he's looking so good.
Well, it's interesting because his next opponent, Magnus Norman, I heard his press conference, and he just came out and stated flatly that Greg Radzetsky has the best serve in the world, and there was like no doubt in his mind.
And he expected him to serve about 40 aces.
Yeah. So, I mean, to go in knowing that you're going to face somebody that's going to just take that many points just out of your hands, you have no chance, is a huge thing for an opponent to overcome. You have to stay so mentally strong if you happen to get the break point opportunities.
And the fact that we've had no rain in the championship, the courts are getting quicker and quicker.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, the build-up, Greg has had a lot of grass court matches. Even though he didn't win a lead-up tournament, he's got a lot of experience the last couple of weeks in his pocket, something that obviously last year with the unfortunate incident he wasn't able to get.
Now, we obviously see Tim and Greg throughout the year. You've come over here. What's your impression here? Do you feel that the pressure's maybe not on him, that everyone is looking to Tim Henman?
I think a little bit, just because of their recent results, and just because, look, I mean, Henman is always going to be more the British public's favorite than Greg Radzetsky for obvious reasons. But I do think that Greg Radzetsky has the mental strength and obviously the big weapons to win this title.
And I suppose in some ways that suits Greg, because he can just waltz through the tournament and leave Tim with all the headaches in a way.
And then if you happen to wake up in the quarterfinals, semifinals, then you start to obviously face a lot more of the pressure.
Do you see him as a contender for the title?
Absolutely. I just think anyone with that kind of weapon, you cannot underestimate them at all.
Absolutely. Well, now on centre court, just before 7 o'clock this evening, the British #1, Tim Henman, walked out to a full crowd. His opponent was Chris Woodruff of the United States. They've met once before this year, and Woodruff was the winner, but that was on hard courts in Indian Wells. Well, we can join it in the first set. Henman has a break. He's serving for the set, leading 5-4. And the commentators were Pat Cash and Bill Threlfall.
Crushing ball's good. Love 15.
Oh, another correction. Tim might be saying, listen, there's some dust, there's some chalk behind the court there. Woodruff having to have a go at that backhand return, the second serve. Pretty much do or die for him here. It was an overrule. Looked like chalk from here anyway. Not too keen about what's going on. The volley. He's probably played a little bit too safe. Just get himself fired up. That's the way to do it.
$15-30.
That's a blistering return.
Well, this was an 89-mile-an-hour serve. I don't know what Tim was thinking. I think he might have tried to pull Woodruff right out of court with a kick serve, but it was just right in the hitting zone there. The Woodruff's strength. Clean winner, not surprised too. 2 break points.
Now sometimes, just sometimes, a net caught against you if you've got good reflexes, good reactions, act in your favour. How about that one?
Yep, I think it would have been a clean winner. Another inch higher.
30-40.
So certainly, maybe it's a bit of luck that Henman needed to get himself out of this bit of trouble.
I took a bet with myself there. I've noticed over the years, that the last couple of years, that when Henman really needs a point and he's down, like he was against Kafelnikov when his career turned round, he somehow gets that first serve in. Not always, but usually.